Today I'm going to paint a hydrangea flower with a lot of petals, and I will show you how to paint it in a very easy way. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. So firstly, let's map out our future hydrangea. The main cluster of the flowers, round shape, a stem, a main stem, and might some leaves. I don't go into the details. I just want to set up the main shape. I have very beautiful colors like cobalt blue, ultramarine blue. So I just recommend you to use your favorite blues, or if you're a fan of pink hydrangeas, prepare your pinks. What's important with hydrangea, first of all, it's a lot of little flowers, and each flower, let's call them flower, consists either of 4 or 5 petals. And to make it easier, let's start with 1 or 2 flowers, these small flowers, which we can see better. For example, let's find a spot with the tip of the brush, set up the middle, and then you just create one petal, another petal. Basically, it's just brush strokes. Different shaped brush strokes, a little bit more rounded, a little bit, maybe just slightly, just vary the shapes of the petals. So this is our first one is ready. You can take another brush and with the tip of the brush go in the middle with bolder color, bolder mix, and just emphasize the middle. Now let's start to attach different flowers to this one, to this one flower. And sometimes we can't see the whole flower because it is hidden underneath the previous one. So if we have a petal which is hidden under, that petal should be darker. And if we have a petal which is on top of the others, let's paint it in very diluted way. Don't overthink the shapes. Basically, four elements, 4 petals. And I switch to my smaller brush and add the middle, and I just let it all spread. Nice to vary colors. Again, start with the middle, find out the middle, and then just slide in the 1/3 of your brush. You create some flowers. Sometimes we don't see petals flat, sometimes we see their side. That's why you can make more narrow brush strokes, like this one, for example. The more we are painting on the top, the lighter, the more sun shines on the top and the lighter our petals are. So I use the same mix, but it's pretty diluted. Half of that flower is hidden under the other petals. What I can add is a middle to connect all these petals in one. And let's add a little bit more. So with brush strokes, you just create this volume, this amount of petals, and you try to organize your brush strokes in different ways and vary. If you have, would be nice if you have 2 different shades of blue, for example, phthalo blue and cobalt blue, or ultramarine blue. They will give you different feelings. small brush, the middle. Don't afraid to paint in different directions. Move your wrist. Let's finish the light part. You can leave more white areas, and basically on the top what we can see is just some of the petals. So I not even paint flowers on the very top, just a little bit of petals I might see from there. But always nice to add some darker spots. Another one. Let's switch to what do I have here? Cobalt blue. Cobalt blue. One, another one. Like this. A little bit on this side. Just vary. Once you can be more on one side, once you can be a little bit on the other side. The more I go down, the more I try to add a little bit of green touch. Turquoise. Like this. You can always go again on the middle parts and add some of extra value there. More petals. And the more we go down, the darker it is. So I have here some neutral tint. I will add a bit of already shady touches. It's nice to paint one or two flowers pretty evident, like we did the front one, but not so many. The rest is just nice petals organized in different directions. The more you paint in the bottom part, the darker your brush strokes, the darker your mixes should be. But still you move your wrist, you move your brush in different directions. And try to keep in mind where the middle is. If you would like to study watercolor painting with me, I invite you to join my in-depth watercolor courses. You will find the link in the description. I can also wash my brush and dilute a little bit some of the petals, for example, like this. So we painted the main shape. Now just have a look what can be added around. Maybe a couple of petals on the side, maybe some of them green looking, or they might also be with a touch of pink. Just some nice variety. And with the tip of the smaller brush, let's go around some areas inside, and with these very small tipping moves, just set up some brighter middles. And these middle spots, they are actually the flowers. This petal looking thing, it's leaves. But let's just call, just make it simple and call the middles like this. You see, once we added a bit warmer and darker touch, it all getting more and more dimension. Now let's add some boldness, just very creamy. And with super creamy mix, I will go somewhere in between of some of elements. Just what we left white, I can go around and fill it in with deeper, much deeper, darker brush strokes, like this. No need to fill in each and every gap. Also nice if you can vary. Make it a little bit more purple, for example, in one parts. Vary the pressure on your brush. Sometimes I use just fine brush strokes, sometimes I use more pressure on the brush, like this. What we can do now is to add a couple of details only to one or two front flowers with the tip of the brush with bolder mix. I've cobalt blue, for example. I can go with very, very fine lines and add some details. I can, for example, divide petals for some of them, but not for everyone. Otherwise it will lose its nice airy touch. Looks lovely. Let's add a stem. I have cobalt green here, very convenient. So I will just use it. I like to paint stems slightly thinner than they are in reality. For example, for hydrangeas, they have pretty thick stems. I think we can make it more fragile, like this. Maybe with a bigger brush, I can add leaves. Firstly, I will paint with the tip of the brush the middle vein and connect it to the stem, and then I hold my brush like this and I create this nice edge of the leaf. I can add some purple at the same moment, dilute it slightly more, and repeat the trick on the other side. Make it a little bit lighter. The shape usually is rounded, but with some bit more roses-like edges, but much softer leaves. This touches of blue or purple, what we already used, that will connect them all. For example, we can paint another leaf in the same way, but I will start with purple mix. First middle vein, like this. I just attach one brush stroke to another brush stroke. Same on the opposite side. One and a little bit smaller. You can dry a brush, and with dry brush and paints add more evident middle vein if it is disappeared, if it disappeared already. Let's add a bit of a darker touch to the stem to create more shadows. And our hydrangea is ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you had fun and enjoyed the process. Please let me know in comments what would you like to paint next, and see you soon. Bye bye!